It didn't start out of revenge. It started on protecting children. And that will always be our agenda.
We have one objective and one objective only, and the objective is to protect young and innocent children and to make sure their lives are filled with light.
Are children in our community more prone to being sexually abused?
We have a problem, bisman hazeh, that deals with pedophilia, and we have to grab onto it, deal with it, face up to it, and do something about it.
The message, I think, tonight is this. Baruch Hashem, thank God, a new awareness has swept through the Jewish community nationwide and really worldwide. People are becoming more aware. People are becoming more informed. People are becoming more educated. Our role and function is to be attuned to the needs of those whose lives have been hurt so deeply, to open up our hearts, to open up our souls, not to be judgmental and not to be dismissive. Rather, to be able to embrace every aching spirit and to be able to show them that we will be there for them, and we will be there for them unconditionally through thick and thin. We believe in them, we love them, we embrace them. We will not dismiss them, we will not judge them, nor will we not believe them.
Fellow survivors who need help, reach out. It's worth it.
JCW will validate your pain, your suffering. We won't question you, we won't judge you, we will listen to you, and we will believe you. And that's what we are here for. Many survivors have compared JCW to a raft in the middle of the stormy seas. We are a lighthouse in the dark night. We are a ray of light in the darkness. And we are a victim's best friend and a breath of hope for victims of child sexual abuse.
Reporting directly to the police department is usually the best option. By calling the police station, if it's a non-emergency situation, you can ask to speak to the desk sergeant, because it being a sensitive matter, you might not want to speak to the dispatchers and start telling your story to them. You can speak with a desk sergeant. That desk sergeant will then dispatch either a detective or a police officer to the location. Your other option is coming into the police station yourself.
A 7-year-old boy walked onto a bus. The bus driver asked him to sit next to him, and the boy screamed out, "Don't touch my penis." That evening, the boy's parents received a phone call asking that the child not go back to school, demanding to know where he learned such inappropriate words. Instead of asking the child, is he okay? Did anything happen to him? They were so distracted and made to feel so uncomfortable from the word, their focus shifted, and they didn't ask the important questions. How can we create a society that's more safe for our children? I think that's the question here, right? That's the reason everyone came together here. Is there something going on, and is there something we can do about it?
Whether you're sending your child to camp, to a yeshiva, find out how they deal. Are they careful? Do they watch? Do they have rules? This is important for a parent.
It's about a 200-page book written by a group of molesters documenting exactly the best ways to attract a child, groom a child, and successfully ingratiate themselves to them without detection. 200 pages on this book. I can assure you, if you asked any of those authors to design a society, they would design one in which a 7-year-old boy can't say the word penis, a 13-year-old girl can't say the word rape, I can't stand up here and say the word orgasm, and a girl who does have to go through these things can never say the word bad rabbi.
The message to abusers or potential abusers, how does it really feel for you to know that in order to satisfy your cravings or your instincts, you're ready to murder such a deep and innocent part of a young boy or a young girl with effects that may endure for years and may transform their life.
I carry 4 letters on my desk. They're suicide notes. And all of them deal with physical and sexual abuse. And they're actual suicide notes. This one particularly has attached to it 2 $100 bills because the 18-year-old girl says, before I do what I want to do, I made a pledge to Kupas Eir for $200, and she has the 2 $100 bills attached to the suicide note. Dear Tati, it's always hard to me. I know you're probably furious with what I did. I did it against everything you believe. This letter will be harsh, I know that. But it's all the anger that I pushed down all my life. It is why I did it, why I killed myself. You are a major part of my suicide. You abused me. You made me feel worthless. Tati, you're a Reitzeach. Those words sit with me every time I hear a story about abuse. That it's Ritzicha.
We should understand the feelings of the people that, for one moment, can have a trauma that will cause so much pain, pain for families, pain for couples, something which is, it's difficult to go to sleep at night after hearing the stories that we hear, and when you hear even just the tip of the iceberg of what's going on, it's something that should move all of us to try to help organizations such as JCW and to mechazik their work. And the reality is that they already have made a lot of inroads into our communities.
A message to victims. It is clear that a new dawn can be seen on the horizons. The community, as well as individuals, are no more deaf to your cries and to your silent cries. But what we want you to know is, do not deem your life as cursed. Don't confuse thoughts of darkness with your essential beauty. We know that those thoughts come back again and again and again to delegitimize yourself, to tell you how bad you are, how horrible you are, how ugly you are, how your life is destined to be a life of misery and inner agony and pain. You will never be able to walk around without the toxicity, without the misery, without the pain. But today we want you to know that that too is part of the voice of abuse, and don't allow those voices victory over the part of you which is far deeper and far more infinite and far more eternal. Do not allow the darkness which is ultimately external and superficial, even if it comes with such powerful messages, to triumph over the beautiful light that shines from your face, from your eyes, from your soul.
You're living today for a reason. God created you for a reason, for a purpose. Take that pain, reach out for help, and turn that pain into healing so you can pass that message of hope to others.
Today we have to stand up and demonstrate clearly through our words and much more through our behavior that the greatest objective of Torah, the greatest objective of Yiddishkeit, of an halacha, is not to tolerate innocent people who are suffering. and to stand up to aggression, to stand up to evil behavior of all sorts with unwavering conviction, believing in the unwavering dignity of every person created in the image of God to be able to live a life true to their soul, true to their Creator, true to their essence, and true to their wholesomeness. Speak up and reach out. We will be here for you through thick and through thin. We will stand up for you. That is our prerogative as human beings, our prerogative as Jews.
The days that victims have a voice are here. The days that we won't allow abusers to walk around scot-free are here. Abusers will finally be held accountable. And for victims, their voices will be heard. Blush for a few moments so other children don't have to be raped, molested, and sodomized. Blush for a few moments so our children will live happy and healthy lives. Blush for a few moments so we can have our children to teach the Torah to the next generation. Blush for a few moments so our children don't have to bleed. And as the Lubavitcher Rebbe said, when a fire is burning, there is no time to deliberate. There is no time for board meetings. There's no time for thinking yes or no. A fire is burning, and we each have an obligation to putting it out.
Together, we can work to prevent and eradicate this magefa in our communities.